Hi, my name is Cody. This is going to be a short editorial video on the 5th packet tracer activity within the Networking for Home and Small Business CCNA Discovery Learning Guidebook. And for this, what we're going to do is configure DHCP on a multifunction device. The program I'm using here is the Cisco Packet Tracer program, which can be downloaded directly off the Cisco website. When you download it, it'll first look like this. You'll have a design view, and on the bottom left hand corner you have all the hardware components that go on into making a network. For the first part of this video, what we'll want to do is set up a small network, and to do that we'll go down to the left hand corner and click End Devices, and then click the generic PC, and we'll set up 3 generic PCs. Just drag and drop them to the design view. And then what we're going to want to do is click Wireless Devices and set up a Linksys wireless router in between all 3 computers. After you've completed that part of the packet tracer activity, you'll click Connections and choose the copper straight through option, and we'll click on PC1, choose Fast Ethernet, then click on the router and choose Ethernet 1, and we'll do the same for all 3 computers. And now we have the start of our network using 3 end user PCs and the Linksys router. Now what we want to do is start making our configuration changes within the router. To do that, we will left click on the router itself. This will open a dialog box where you can configure the name. For the purpose of this video, we will rename that DHCP enabled server. Enabled router, I'm sorry. And then we will click on the GUI tab, and here is where we make the changes as far as DHCP goes. For the IP address of the router itself, we are going to want to change that to give me 1 second here, 192.168.5.1, and then we will scroll down, click Save Changes, scroll back up to make sure that the changes have been saved. And now we are going to change the starting IP address from 192.168.5.100, which is right here, to 192.168.5.25. And we will change the maximum number of users from 50 to 75. Again, we'll save the changes, scroll back up to make sure the changes have been made, and then we will close out of the configuration dialog box for the router. Now what we want to do is configure DHCP on the client workstations, which are all 3 of the end user PCs. We're going to want to click on PC 0, go to the desktop icon, the config icon, and we'll click the Fast Ethernet option and choose DHCP. When you've done this, it should automatically assign an IP address and a subnet mask. We can close out of this now. Now we will click PC1, choose the desktop icon and then the command prompt icon, and then we'll want to do an ipconfig command. And as you'll notice, these are all set to zeros because no IP address is assigned to that particular PC, and the PC has not obtained an IP address automatically using DHCP. So what we will do is go ahead and enable DHCP on both PC1 and PC2. We'll left click on PC1, go to config, choose the fast Ethernet option and choose DHCP, exactly like we did on PC0. Again, that'll automatically assign an IP address and a subnet mask. And now what we want to do is click the PC1 and select the desktop tab, and then choose the command prompt option. Only this time, instead of using the IP config command, we're going to use the ping command to try to ping the Linksys device, which was 192.168.5.1, and then you should get a reply verifying that you have a connection from PC1 to the Linksys router. And we can do the same thing if we want to ping PC0 to try to get a reply from that as well, which would be ping 192.168.5.26. So now we know that all of the computers are configured using DHCP, and we are getting a connection from all PCs to the Linksys router. This concludes my video. As a quick recap, here what we did was configure DHCP on a multifunction device, doing some things like renaming the router, configuring DHCP within the router using the GUI for the setup, and we set up DHCP on all of the client computers. That concludes my video. I look forward to doing more videos in the future. Please feel free to comment me to let me know how I could have made this video better. Thank you for your time.